Hey everyone, it's me, DramatiSim. Welcome back to my channel for a new part of our Sims 2 LP series. We're finally returning to Strangetown. We have been waiting to come back here, and I am so unbelievably excited to start it all off with a massive house renovation for the Beaker family. This house has always been an issue for me, and it's just like it doesn't suit them to me. Like, I get it, I never got it. So like, I was really looking forward to it, and I will admit that I started off really not knowing what I was going to be doing. I struggled the first half of this, you can see by my selections, but the end product I'm super freaking happy about and excited for, and I hope you guys love it too. I will let this lot be downloadable for you guys as well, so check for that in the description down below. I'm starting to package a lot of my Sims 2 lots so you guys can put them into your games if you'd like, and I think that's really freaking cool. But let me just backtrack very quickly and introduce myself, just in case you're seeing this for the very first time. Hi, I'm DramatiSim, or Danny. I make Sims 2 videos on YouTube. We play the pre-made towns, we play the pre-made families, and we create really cool stories, dramatic stories, hence the name, and we do it together as a fun thing. So if you're if this is like your first video that you're watching and you're intrigued, please think about subscribing and following, and don't be afraid to comment and discuss in the comment section down below. Very cool. I want to address a couple things. This is quite a long video. Actually, it is just over 20 minutes. So you can tell that this build is going to take us a while. So I thought, like, let's just jot down all the fun things. So we just finished Pleasant View Season 2, and I think there were a lot of cool learnings from that. That whole experience was amazing, but that whole season took over 2 years for me to complete on YouTube. Not because of anything other than I struggle with balancing work, life, and YouTube. You guys know that I work full time. I have a lot of things that I like to do. I do a lot of extracurricular things, and I just have life, and like, it's an excuse, but it is. YouTube's not my full-time job. If it was, I would be able to put out the videos a lot faster for you guys at an amazing, way better quality too. I'm trying my best. So for me, I don't want to have to wait another 10 years to get back to Pleasant View or to get back to Strangetown. I would love for me to complete at least a season a year for all the towns, seeing as we have 6 or 7 that we play. And so I put out a poll. If you didn't catch the poll, that's okay, but I wanted to get your guys' feedback on if you prefer 10 rounds of families, or if you would prefer or be okay with about 5 episodes or 5 rounds, but we spend more days in those rounds with the families, and so get a lot more done. And a lot of you were actually down for 5 days or 5 rounds, I'm sorry, which would I think also move the Sims along faster in age as well. And so I'm making a decision to change it from 10 rounds of the families to 6. I think 5 is a little too short, maybe. 6 gives us a little bit more flexibility in doing a lot more, and then we would play 4 to 5 days, or at least 1 full season per round, or per part, which I think is going to give us a lot more to work with. I will do a lot more editing. You won't see quite as much gameplay, but I'm suspecting that my videos will be at a minimum 30 minutes each. And if you guys are okay with that, again, you don't have to watch the whole thing, obviously, but like, it helps me out if you do. But I think that's going to help us out in the long run. We're going to be able to get to Veronaville faster, Desiderata Valley, River Blossom Hills, Belladonna Cove. We're going to be able to get to all those other towns a lot faster. And again, I think we're going to have a lot to accomplish in these parts with these families. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys are too, and I hope you have an understanding. I really want us to be able to move forward and not be stuck in a town for another 2+ years. Like, that's a little insane. Cool. Maybe Pleasant View is like the only one that we do 10 rounds on because it's like the most popular, I believe. But I'm excited. So thank you. Also note, I know I'm posting this before the Pleasant View finale wrap up. I'm just too excited, one, about this build, and two, about moving into Strangetown. But the finale is coming. We have the Simmy Awards, so you guys voted for the biggest or best or top or most memorable or most favorite Sims for our certain categories. And so I'm going to be doing, of course, our standard photo album wrap up that we usually do, with shout outs to those that won the awards. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I love looking back on the memories of our LPs. I will be honest that I go back and sometimes watch the Belladonna Cove memories one often. It's just so nostalgic, and I go through it and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I forgot that we did that. And with that, I just want to say, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea on the exterior. Anyways, we didn't go through with it. It's all going to be fine. I just want to say quick shout out to you guys, because you guys are amazing. I don't think, like, please let me say, you are actually all so amazing. I'm doing this like just for fun. And I honestly don't think that anyone's ever going to watch my content, and then you guys not only watch my content, but you watch it meaningfully, and you comment on it, and you write meaningful and like thoughtful comments on my content, and it means so much to me, you don't even know. And it's literally the reason I keep doing what I'm doing. Like, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. So I love you so freaking much. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Okay, cool. So, welcome to season 2, Strangetown. How excited are you guys for this? I've said this so many times, but I'm so freaking stoked. Strangetown is, it's interesting. It's an interesting town, but there are so many different things happening in this town, and it's all very strange. It's not my typical play style, I will admit. Something like the Beaker family, who is doing human experimentation, and that there's so many aliens, and there's all these mysteries, and all this like kind of weird stuff. I'm more of the like Pleasant View, River Blossom Hills, Desiderata Valley type drama, Veronaville drama. Strangetown drama is not particularly my forte or my preference, but I digress, because it's still gonna be fun, and I think we've had a lot of fun. It's been so long since we've seen season 1, and season 1 was when I was literally a noob, and I was a freshie, and I had a bad microphone, and I was boring with my content. I'm still kind of boring with my content, but like, I've improved a lot. We've grown as a channel a lot. I'm excited for us to bring this level of maturity and quality to this town, because it deserves it. You know, Strangetown deserves it. If you don't remember, for the Beaker family, we left off, you can see them all at the bottom, but we left off because with Chloe Singles essentially replacing Nervous Subject as the subject for experimentation. But that Loki impregnated Chloe and had a daughter, and that daughter doesn't actually have a name. Her name is MX001, potentially meaning that there are going to be more MX00 numbers. And Cersei is not entirely pleased. Chloe is trying to survive, and they have their daughter Marjorie, who is a child still. And they are they're going off. Loki also murdered Buck Grunt, the father, the colonel. So we got the Grunt family kind of on like our bad side. We still got Nervous Subject and his husband Pascal, who obviously don't like the Beaker family all that much. Chloe is missing, and because she's been kidnapped, and so Chloe's sister is concerned about her because she doesn't know where she is. Chloe also left her daughter with her sister and Lola and Kirsten singles. I feel like I should know all their names right now because I don't. And yeah, so there's a lot of drama. I think the Beaker family, they may be my least favorite household, I will really admit, but you know what, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing this household now that the house is as it is. So a lot is going to happen in Strangetown. Do not fret, because I do plan on like you're fretting. I don't know why I feel like you're fretting, but you might be fretting. I'm going to be live streaming, setting up the other households and interior designs of Strangetown. They might not all be as intense as this one was, but I did want to do my very best as much as I could with this house. And so I will live stream it, and then I will also post it to YouTube, similar to this style, speed build style, because that's fun and I like doing that. So I am on Twitch. It is the same as my YouTube name, DramatiSim. If you would like to follow me there and hit that notification bell so that you are notified when I go live, so you don't miss these kinds of things, because it's going to be really intense. Cool. I think that's about it. So I was going to talk about the build a bit more and kind of give you like my kind of thing. So for me, the Beaker family, Cersei and Loki, are scientists and like they're academics. They're very contemporary and modern people. So them being in this very old colonial castle was just not the vibe. It was not a vibe, and was not a reflection on them and how they conduct themselves or how they want to present themselves. So I really wanted to modernize this place, adding in the hardwood flooring as opposed to stone, adding in some new I guess like flagstone or upgraded like indoor concrete, modernizing just everything, adding new electronics, the outside of the house particularly, which you saw me updating the fencing to that glass fencing, changing the brick to that essentially poured concrete look, I think makes the house that much better. It took a really long time to replace all that brick fencing with the glass fencing, but it was so worth it in the end. Adding tons and tons and tons of windows to really bring the light into this place really brightens it up. And honestly, I'm really happy with the build. Lighter colors, bright sunlight coming in. It's summer all the time in Strangetown, so the sun just blazing through is just awesome. And I obviously still wanted to keep that dungeon space that is holding Chloe and her daughter MX001, and so I made that more grungy and also more hidden, because it was very open before. Like, you would walk in, you'd be like, oh, you got all this experimentation stuff and you got a little dungeon in the basement. Cool, that's great. Like, if we had company over, it was like, oh, but now it's actually hidden, and we got the hidden bookshelf door and all that fun stuff. Although it's open on the other side, I realized. I think it's a glass door, so you can still see, but like it at least looks like we have just like techie stuff, and it makes sense because he's a scientist, and I believe she's a scientist, or is she a medical professional? I can't remember. Again, I should know this stuff before I hit record, but you know what? Sue me, I got a lot going on. So yeah, I took a lot of inspiration from, again, I always look up on Pinterest. If you, again, watch me on Twitch, or you've seen my other speed builds or speed renovations, I I focus on interior design because I can't do, not that I can't, but I struggle with actually building in The Sims 2. I find it very constricting, and I just don't know how to really like build something from scratch, like lay it out. I'd much rather take what is existing and just like oomph it. If that makes sense. So I do a lot of that, and Pinterest helps me so tremendously. So I look up like the feel, like modern contemporary castle, like modern castle renovations, which gave me the ideas for the walls and the flooring and that sort of thing, because I obviously wanted to keep the aesthetic of the build. If this has been a long-standing building and Cersei and Loki just came and bought it, then you know, they would, if they didn't knock it down and just do a fresh new build, they were, I needed it to make sense that they renovated it, but while still keeping its like skeleton or its main layout. So we will see. Yeah, there's a lot still going on. We're about 16 minutes in, so we're almost done. I can't believe I talked for that long. What I do know is that this is all going to be really intense, and that again, I really am looking forward to your guys' thoughts and comments. I'd love to know what drama you think we're going to get into in Strangetown. What do you think of the Beaker family? Do you think Loki's finally gonna get what he deserves in this season? He is continuously aging himself backwards, so the man should really be an elder, and he's not. And he's made a lot of enemies, so we're concerned. And we got, you know, Chloe, which I don't know how much longer she's going to stay here, if she's ever going to escape, maybe. What's going to happen with her daughter, or her other daughter, who's Osiris, who Chloe got knocked up with I believe a townie. And then we have Marjorie, who's very interesting looking. But we're finally moving up to the bedroom. This is where I realized I started running low on funds, so I had to be a little careful with the bed. So I did give them a cheaper bed for now, but they won't stay that way. And then we have this CC that puts the blanket over, and it just gives it like this duvet. It just adds oomph to the room, if you know what I mean. Again, Loki and Cersei, they're not extremely like fashiony people, but they definitely you know, want to look good, and I think black is just like their normal color. Adding in the big mirror, I love putting a mirror over the bed because you know it's good. Again, lots of windows, lots of space, lots of light. I really love that, because before it was just so dark and cold and bleh. And I adore that. Keeping again all the fireplaces. I didn't realize that you can't actually change the chimney stack. So lame. So it's the only thing that like still looks like that brick, which I'm like whatever about. We still got our cow plant and all of our urns in the backyard. And now I'm just placing all of the aspiration reward and career reward things, and the things from our inventory, like our college diplomas and my CC, my mods, for use. And I believe we'll be getting into photos in a second. So with that, yeah, we're in photos. Cool. Okay. I love you guys so very much. Thank you again for all of your love and support. If you like this build and are, again, excited for Strangetown, then go ahead, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to my channel, hit notifications so you get notified when I upload. And yeah, I love you guys so very much. And I will see you in one of my next videos. Bye, guys.